Hi, having a great day. You're watching JG Entertainment, and for this video, I'm going to go over the Wild Waters box office as it just crossed $2 billion. So yeah, I'm going to give you all the information on that, how it's doing domestically, how it's doing internationally, how it's doing globally, and what's next for the movie. So yeah, let's get started. So, domestically, let's start domestic. So, domestically, the movie added $20.1 million this weekend, which is pretty nice. In fact, it only dropped 39% from last weekend, which is also a really nice drop. It's just 39%, nothing super high. That's pretty nice. And this is the sixth movie in a row where it's at number one, where it's the number one spot on the weekend. So yeah, that's really awesome. I think that's gonna change for this upcoming weekend, but 6 weeks on a row at number one is nothing to be short of like disappointment. That's really strong. Now this means that the movie now has a 600 million domestic total, which is really nice. That's a really nice domestic total. In fact, it's the 13th movie in history to cross 600 million domestic. So that's really awesome. Now, the movie is currently tracking 6% higher than Top Gun Maverick at the exact same point, but will likely end up just under Top Gun Maverick, as Top Gun Maverick was holding better during this weekend rather than how Avatar: The Water is holding, which Avatar: The Water has been holding amazing, but Top Gun was just like an anomaly where it's holding like amazing domestically. So Top Gun Maverick will probably stay the king of domestic box office from last year, 2022. So that's pretty awesome for Top Gun Maverick, and Avatar: The Water is going to be a very close second. In fact, the movie is eyeing a total of $690 to $720 million domestically. So that's a really nice domestic total, and it's just super awesome that it got to be this big. It's just really crazy. But what about internationally? Well, the movie added $56 million this weekend, meaning that the movie only dropped 36.7%, which is really awesome. So it's still a really nice low drop. Like I said, it added $56 million this weekend. So that's a really nice thing. So it's basically doing like $75 million every weekend. On its 6th week, that's really impressive for this movie. This means that the international total for the movie currently stands at $1.4 billion, which is super strong. And interestingly enough, $148 million from that comes from IMAX, which is insane. IMAX is clearly being super big for this movie, and it shows. In fact, it's only the second biggest movie to ever make this movie from IMAX, coming behind Avengers Endgame, which made $150 million from IMAX. Meaning that this movie would definitely beat Avengers Endgame by the time it's done. So it's like super crazy that fact that's going to beat Avengers Endgame from the money that it made on IMAX overseas. That's super crazy, but super cool. Really proud for this movie for being able to get that IMAX experience that nobody else has. So that's really awesome. And the international box office does make up 70.4% of the total box office, which is insane. That definitely means that the overseas box office has been doing a lot of heavy lifting for this movie to reach $2 billion. And now that I mentioned that it's made $2 billion, let's go into the worldwide box office. And yes, the movie's total worldwide box office right now currently stands at $2.026 billion, which is insane. That's a really strong number, and like I said, it has finally crossed $2 billion. That's a mark that very few movies get to cross, so that's just super insane. The breakdown in the markets are right here on the side if you want to see which markets are the strongest. As you can see, China has been doing a lot of heavy lifting for this movie, which is really awesome. And many people are gonna say, "Oh, well, it be spent on our home." Well, yes, it did be spent on our home. Clearly, we made $2 billion. Spent on our home, but only set at $1.9 billion. However, spent on our home did not have China, and as you can see, China has added so much money to this movie. So Spent on Our Home would have definitely crossed $2 billion with China, which really sucks for Spent on Our Home that it didn't get China. But for this movie, it's really awesome they got China because it's doing a lot of money there, and as well as other markets. So you can just see this list, and it's super strong, super awesome. So yeah, that's good for Avatar: Water. It's not doing as strong as in Latin America, which is interesting, but that's because Puss in Boots has really actually given it competition there. And like in Mexico right now, Puss in Boots is currently number one instead of Avatar: The Water. So it's interesting to see that Puss in Boots actually got to hurt this movie. That's a little interesting and super cool for Puss in Boots. However, this movie is still the king of the box office, doesn't lie to ourselves, and in fact, it reached $2 billion 7 days faster than the original movie did. So that's super awesome. This movie is also the first movie of the pandemic era to reach $2 billion, which is super awesome. Like I said, No Way Home probably would have reached it if it had Chinese release date, but it wasn't the case. So this makes it the first movie to reach $2 billion. Which movie is next? Let's wait and see. Would it have to be into Avatar 3? I'm not so sure. We'll find out. It's very interesting, but that's really awesome for this movie. This is also the third James Cameron movie to do so, to reach $2 billion. So that's really awesome for James Cameron, and it really shows that James Cameron really can pull audiences, and it's insane that he can get this big blockbuster movie to really hit with audiences really well. And it really does come down to the experience that he provides for theaters and everything, or to come with theaters. So I think James Cameron actually has cracked the code to what makes an audience want to go to the movie theater, and it's giving them this premium experience that they can't get at home, that you have to see on the biggest screen possible with like the best like sound quality and 3D and everything, and it just kind of gives you this very unique experience that nothing else is going to give you. And that's basically what James Cameron has done, and I think he's definitely cracked the code for what's the future of blockbuster movies. Now, Out of the Water currently stands at as the sixth biggest movie ever globally. So that's really, really awesome. And it will soon beat Infinity War's $2.052 billion. So it's like really, really close. It's going to beat it by the end of this week. It's definitely going to beat it. And it will also soon beat Star Wars The Force Awakens $2.071 billion. Maybe by the end of this weekend as well. Maybe not. Maybe a little bit later. We'll see. We'll find out. But that's super awesome. It's going to be Force Awakens and Infinity War. That really shows how big this movie really was. And it's also expected to be Titanic's $2.194 billion. That's insane. That's a lot of money. So interesting that James Cameron is kind of beating James Cameron. It's just super awesome that he's just beating himself. That's pretty cool for him. And for its total run, the movie is eyeing a $2.4 to $2.45 billion of their global run. So that's a really nice, awesome, strong run. Nowhere near Infinity War. Nowhere near Endgame or the first Avatar, but it's definitely got super big. Nobody really knew that it was going to make this much money, but the fact that it's making $2.4 billion is like insane. The third highest grossing movie of all time. That's going to be incredible. It will be super awesome if Avatar 3 gets to be up here as well. Like, that's just going to be insane. So yeah, that's super awesome. Avatar Water has really, really been an incredible like box office story, and I just can't believe that it actually made this much money. That's insane. So yeah, that's really awesome from Avatar Water. Definitely the franchise is definitely going to keep going. Like they mentioned, they're going to go up to 5 movies, so that's really awesome. And after that, we'll see what's up with that. And James Cameron is going to direct all of them. Avatar 3 is already filmed, and Avatar 4 has started filming. Like they filmed like the first act or whatever. So that's just super interesting, and it's super cool to just see all that. So yeah, that's awesome. And you know what else is awesome for Avatar Water? Well, the fact that it got 4 Oscar nominations yesterday, including Best Picture, Best Visual Effects, Best Production Design, and Best Sound. So those are really nice Oscar nominations. I do think it's going to win some of them, especially Visual Effects. It's definitely going to win Visual Effects. So that's pretty awesome, and it's going to be able to say that this is an Oscar-winning movie. So that's pretty awesome. And the fact that it even got nominated for Best Picture is super, super awesome. I do think that James Cameron was kind of snubbed for not getting nominated for Best Director, but that's kind of just what happens with these blockbuster movies and Oscars. Oscars have something against blockbuster movies. Oh well. But the fact that it got nominated for Best Picture is definitely a great sign, and I think it's just really awesome that he got this Oscar recognition, which is super awesome. So yeah, that's all I have for you on Avatar The Way of Water's box office and how we reached $2 billion and how it's doing at the box office currently and where it's probably going to end up. If you enjoyed this video, then definitely make sure to please leave a like. It really helps the videos, like really, so please leave a like and comment down below what do you think about this. What do you think about it getting to $2 billion? What do you think about getting to the third biggest movie of all time? Are you happy about this? Are you excited about this? Tell me all the thoughts down in the comments. As well as comment in the comments what do you think about the Oscar nominations that Avatar The Way of Water got. Do you think that you're happy with these Oscar nominations, or would you have liked to see a Best Director Oscar nomination? I'm very curious to know that down in the comments. As well as please make sure to subscribe for a lot of other content like this on the box office. I'm covering Puss in the Boots, and I'm doing box office shorts every weekend so you can know where the top 5 list is of the box office and so on. So yeah, make sure to subscribe for all our content. And yeah, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and this is Jeremy Entertainment out.